Okay, the next mini section of 25 lines, which we're going on with while you revise. Don't want to overload you with techniques from the second half. So just a translation guide, just to help you with the translation. As I keep saying, key to everything else, it's not a assessment in its own right, but you need to still study it, but maybe not as closely as for the scene assessment where you have to know exact words. But yeah, if you do know it exactly, that can only be as close as possible. That can only be a good thing. Okay, so he had spoken. Dixerat ille. Et and through the city, synecdoche for city walls, Permuenia, the fire is now more clearly heard. The ignis, auditor, is heard. Yam, now, clarior, clearer. Literally the clearer fire, but it's just better to say more clearly. And que, the fires, aestus, or seething heat. Oh no, hang on. Sorry, fires is incendia. And seething heat is aestus. The fires won't roll the aestus. Their seething heat, literally heats, but that's not the word. Propius, comparative adverb, nearer. Ergo, therefore, age, come on, care pater vocative, oh dear father. Literally be put on. So, oh, this is a passive imperative, which looks like a normal verb's infinitive. So, be put on takes the dative, looks to take the dative, cervici, my neck. So we get where we get the word cervix from. Cervix, cervicis, ixkis is a very common combination, a third conjugation, third declension, principal part combination. X is often turning to, yeah, C, like lux, lucis, dux, ducis, etc. Neck, yeah, this is a royal plural. So, yeah, it's dative again. Cervix, oh, as I keep saying, third declension noun in X if it's not dux or rex, usually feminine. And as you can see with here, nostri is feminine. So, yeah. So, be put on my neck. Yeah, just clasp my neck. So, get on my back. As the famous artwork of Aeneas fleeing Troy shows. I myself will carry you on my shoulders. Literally, I myself will go under shoulders. Ipse, self, I will go. I myself will go. Go under, and I guess it's sub plus the ablative. Go under shoulders. But yeah, carry you on my shoulders is what it means. Neck. And not iste labor. So iste is just the negative form of ille, but that task, that like onerous task, I guess it is negative, but what he's saying here is it neck, et known, it will not grawabit, weigh me down. So it's like the verbal form of grawis, which means heavy. Yeah, so quo cum que is a word together. So yeah, literally with us, however, but just whatever. Race, whatever things, cardent. This is, hang on, whatever things, how can cardent, no, that has to be, that has to be will happen. Whatever things will happen. Can't be may happen because that'd be cardant. Whatever things will happen, one and shared by all. So unum et commune. So communis commune, Masterman's word, is general or shared by all. So it's one danger which we all share. Periculum is just short for periculum. And repetition of unum, una, one salutis. So that's a third declension noun, which is feminine. One, literally safety or salvation. Erit, it will be ambobus, dative of ambo, which means both. Like ambulo technically is using both feet. Ambidextrous is having both right. Both right hands, which I'm philosophically, the word I'm philosophically opposed to using. It will be both for us. Euless, parvus Euless, little Euless. May little Euless sit means be a commes, a comrade, mihi, to me, et present subjunctive again. So this is first conjugation, which is why it's an E stem. May this person, may she literally observe. It can mean protect or save, but I think observe is the best translation here. And or even more so follow. So you wouldn't use the primary meaning of this word. May my wife, kreusa. In this case, follow, vestigia is a Masterman's word, our footprints, longe, from afar. Very strange thing to say. His Roman audience can understand this because females generally have to get go by the wayside because to make the Trojan race they have to intermarry with local Italians. So people such as Creusa have to conveniently become lost, and same as the Trojan women who are left behind in Sicily, and for example also Dido cannot be Aeneas's wife as well, because that gets in the way of the story of Rome. Vos, you, O famuli, O attendants, O servants. Advertite, so command, turn vestris animis, with your minds, understood antecedent. Yeah, literally the things which I may say, but yeah, so it's like give your attention to me. So turn your minds to what I may say. So listen to what I'm about to say. Est, there is a tumulus. I think that's a Masterman's word. There is a, or a very late OLC3 word. There is a mound on the way. Where's this? On the ways out. I think this is aggressibus. Yes, so in aggressis. Now, aggressus means having gone out. I think it can also be a fourth declension noun being meaning ways out. On the way out, urbe, from the city. And there is also que, and there is a temple, a templum, a vestutum temple, an old temple. Deserti cereris. So this is so Ceres, deity of crops, grain. So where we get the word cereal from. Deserti, so feminine, genitive, first and third declension, of forsaken Ceres, que, and an antiqua, like the word antique, an ancient, cupressus, cypress, juxta, where we get the word juxtaposition from. So juxta is an adverb meaning nearby. Servata, having been protected. So this must agree with cupressus because it's anti, even though it's cupressus. Now, if it's second declension, I think that some plants and herbs and things like that, they're the only second declension nouns which are feminine, which would make this make sense. So this cypress, having been protected or preserved per, through or throughout, multos annos, many years, religione, by the reverence, patrum, patrum, ebus, genitive, plural, third declension of father. Religio religionis, another example of a feminine third declension noun. Io ionis, always or invariably feminine. So by the reverence of our fathers. We will come into this one site from different directions. So it's kind of like saying a place of refuge, like a refuge area, like you like if there's some sort of emergency. Veniamus, we will come, future tense, into this one site, in plus accusative, into one, into hanc unum, hanc unum sedem, so this one seat, which can also be a site. Ex diverso, from different, from diverse, and it's understood means from direction. So he's saying wherever you're, so wherever you're coming from, let's meet here, whichever way you go. Okay, so I have to scroll down on both of them. To genitor, you father. I've spoken about genitor before. Is Aeneas's father, but also being Aeneas's father, going to be the father of Rome, of descendants who will end up being Roman. Take the sacred objects. So cape, the sacred things, as we see in that famous artwork I keep saying, and the fatherland's household gods, as we see in the artwork, and the penates that would be. Usually you see is just as ace just as is. The household gods of the father, but we'd say the fatherland. So it's showing that Troy's cultural beliefs are going to be taken to Rome. Sacramanu, with your hand, in your hands, if I say. From such great war, a tanto bello, and recent slaughter, recenti caede, so third declension for both, but one's is one's is et recenti caede. It'd be wrong that I touch them. It'd be is just understood. Now here is a relative, what do you call it? An indirect statement. So that I digressum touch them understood. Having parted from them. So having, oh no, I see, touch them that I, no, where is touch? Wait, give me a sec. I haven't got, attractare. And then digressum is having parted, yeah, like the word digress. So did I touch? I don't get what that's agreeing with, because it says digressum. But yeah, just the sense of it is that just what he mentioned in the last sentence. So, but anyway, so that I touch, it would be an it, having parted from it. So that one of these, maybe talk about the penates plural, but it's singular. Yeah, anyway, so just move on. That I attractare, this having parted from this thing. Yeah, so, oh, no, I see. It agrees with may. Yeah, so because it's must be deponent. Yeah, so like digredi, or so having parted from this thing me is what it is. Oh, I see. It'd be wrong. Nefas, yes. So this introduces the indirect statement. Yeah. So we've got the accusative may and the infinitive attractare. There we go. Donec, until. I have washed, literally I will have washed, future perfect, may, myself, vivo flumine, literally in a living river, but you'd say a living river is a running river. Because that shows that a river is, river flowing is alive rather than just being stagnant. It's moving, like, you know, someone living, moving. Having said these things, haec fatus, very common kind of phrase, and you get very similar phrases after and before, after quotes. So having said these things, especially using fatus. Over my broad shoulders. Where's the word over? Over there, super plus accusative. My latos humerus, we get the word humerus from. My understood broad shoulders, and with my neck exposed. Que, my collar, literally my necks, but its neck, having been subjecta, thrown under, literally, but just exposed is what it means. I am covered by a cloak, literally a blanket. In sterno, I am covered. Veste, by a vestment, just by a cloak, a blanket. And by a tawny lion's hide. Que, the pelle, I think we get the word pelt from here. So by the hide, pellis, and this is ablative. Full we, so is-i-i, leo, oh no, sorry, not is-i-i, it'd be fullus. So fullus, full we. So it's by a tawny, of a tawny lion, they're both genitive. And I take on the burden of Anchises, that is. And sucedo, quest secredo, and I take on, must take the dative, the onus oneris, dative, onus, it is neuter, us and ris, third declension nouns are always neuter. The burden. Little Eulus, again, parvus Eulus, could just about be an epithet. Little Eulus. Clasp myself to my right, clasps himself, sorry. He implicuit, like the word implicate, you're implicating something, you're tied to it. Clasps, say himself, dextri. Now, you don't have to say dextri or dextra. You don't say the word manus or whatever form it is. It's just understood. Your right is your right side, your right hand. My right hand. Okay, yep, so we'll just go down to that. So my right hand, que, and deponent verb, sequitur, so just treat it as if it's sequo, sequit, sequit. He follows his patrem, his father, me, Aeneas, not with equal paces. So obviously being smaller is, so there's an example, litoti. So non aequis passibus. So with not equal paces, and it's clearly ablative with that is and ibus ending. Behind. So again, yes, so at a distance, which I spoke about before. My wife comes, so conjuncts, my wife, subit comes after. Now, does pone mean behind? That's it, yeah, so just, that's what I mean. I'm not sure about the exact Latin there. Now, when ferro is in your dictionary, if it says passive or ferror, it is can mean hurry. So literally, you are born, as in brought. So we hurry, per opaka, where we get the word opaque from, through literally shady of places, but you just say shady places as if it's like a, and understood, for someone, so there has to be an antecedent for quem, whom, doodum is short for yam doodum, for long, not any javelins thrown, so non ulla, litoti, so no. Taylor, late OLC 3-word, javelins iniecta, just a variation on the word iecta, having been thrown. Neque, we've got non ulla, effectively neque, okay, or neck. Nor grai, Greeks, glomerati, where we get the word like conglomerate from, having been gathered, adverso examine, in a column in front of what? In a column, exanime, in a column in front or hostile to me. So adverse. So it's like he's facing them. So it's like adverse versus like they're facing off against one another. So it can mean either. Moved. Where's that word? Moebant. So what he's saying is that before this moment, so just showing the kind of like terror of the whole moment, like he wouldn't even be fazed by the enemy or by weapons, but this is just terrifying, just the Troy falling and having to escape. However, now, so just to show, to juxtapose what he was like before in ways like nunc, now, all the breezes, omnes orai. I think that's like vocab 13. Or no, I think vocab, yeah, it's about vocab 10 to 13 in the OLC. Terent me. Oh, this me comes, it's here. So me, may. Frighten me. And every omnis, sonus, every sound, yeah, rouses. You could say startles me. Startles, and so these words are accusative because they agree with me. Suspensum, anxious. Et has to join two similar words. So here it's joining two adjectives describing an S, in which are both abusive. And fearing, pariter, so equally, where we get the word par in golf from, because it's equal to the number of shots that is thought reasonable for you to get the ball from the tee to the hole. Equally, committee for both my comrade. What did I say, comrade, companion? Yeah. I'll say comrade. I don't know why I put both those in. My comrade. For what I say, both. Oh, because there's que. So it's like et for both comrade and my burden. So they are both dative. Okay, so that's the end of another section. Next one is a very long section, and I definitely I can see myself splitting that into two, or just, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go through 65 in one whole lecture. That's an extremely long, that'd be an extremely long lecture. Okay, but that's it for this one.